Everyone, Kevin here. Today, we're going to learn how to build your very own website using WordPress. If you haven't heard of WordPress before, it's free and open source content management system that makes it super intuitive to build your very own website. You don't even have to know how to code. It's also very popular. It turns out that over 46% of websites online use WordPress. In this video, we're going to start by customizing your very own theme. Then we'll look at how you can add pages and posts and media. And finally, we'll also publish your site. By the end of this video, you'll have your very own fully functional website. Let's check this out. To get started with WordPress, head to the following website. You can also click on the link down below in the description. Once you land on this website, right here near the top of the page, click on the button that says Get WordPress. On this next page, you have two different options to get WordPress. Over on the left-hand side, you can download and install it yourself. This is a little bit more technical and also complicated, but it also gives you full control. Over on the right-hand side, you can also set up WordPress using a hosting provider. This is where they install and also maintain WordPress on your behalf. In this video, we're going to use this approach. Let's click on See All Recommended Hosts. You have thousands of different hosts who host WordPress for you. On this page, you'll see some of the recommended hosts. You have Bluehost, DreamHost, and also WordPress.com. You could choose any one of these. In this video, we're going to use WordPress.com, and the reason why is they're a pretty good host and they also offer a free plan, so there's no barrier to testing it out. Let's click on WordPress.com. This drops us on WordPress.com, and you might be a little bit confused. We started out on WordPress.org, and now we're on WordPress.com. WordPress.com is a service that hosts WordPress. It's a little confusing, but props to them for getting a really good domain name. If you scroll down just a little bit on the page, here you'll see all the different available plans. And right here we have the free plan, and that's what we'll be using today. But there are also other plans. Here we have a personal, premium, and you also have some more advanced plans down below. With the free plan, you get a tremendous amount of functionality and also capabilities. The primary downside is you will have a banner at the very top of the site that says that this is hosted by WordPress. But then again, you do get it entirely for free. Right here, let's click on this button that says Start with Free. Once you finish signing in, it'll ask you to personalize your site. First, you can add a site icon, and this will be used throughout your website, say in the headers. Right here, you could also type in your site name and also a brief description. I'll go through and add all these different items. And just like that, I've now filled in all of the basic information for the Kevin Cookie Company website. Down below, let's click on Continue. This now drops us on a page where we can choose the design for the website. And you have so many different designs that you can choose from. Up on top, you can also click into all these different categories to narrow down the different available templates. I run a cookie company, so let's see if maybe there's an appropriate category. Oh, there's restaurant. I think that one sounds about right. And here I see a few more templates. One thing to call out with templates is you can fully customize these. You could come in, you could modify the text. You could also modify the images, so you can make it your own. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that although you may pick a template right now, you can always go in and you can change to a different template in the future. For now, I would like just a little bit more control than what these templates offer. So right up in the top right-hand corner, I'll click on this button that says Design Your Own. And look at that, welcome to your homepage. There's not much on the homepage yet, but we're gonna change that very soon. Over on the left-hand side, we can start selecting patterns. Basically, we can start constructing our website simply by clicking our mouse. It really couldn't be any easier. First off, we need to pull together the header. That's the first category over here. And within header, we see all these different possible headers that we can use to start constructing our site. Here we have some very lightweight options at the top. Here's a dark background one. Here's also one with an image. So we have all these different options. One thing you'll probably notice is that icon that we uploaded earlier. Here, it's incorporated it into some of the header options. Now, right here with this one header option, you'll see this large image included as part of the header. You could always go in and you can modify this image. So think of this more as a placeholder versus the final image. Now, I'd like to go with something a little bit more lightweight, and I like this dark background option. I'll click on this, and over on the right-hand side, we see that it's now integrated this header into the website. That was really easy. Over on the left-hand side, I now want to start adding some more content to this page. So let's click into sections. This now opens up sections, and over here, I'm currently in the intro category. So think of this as the section that you might see at the top of your page. Here, you can simply click on one of these sections and that'll now add it to your website. We're basically building it from the top down. Now, I'm not sure if I really wanted this section in here. When I hover over it, here you'll see this overlay, and here I have the option to remove this section or to delete it. I'll click on that, and that section is now gone again. Here, I can look through all of the different intro options. And at the very bottom, I can even show more patterns. And here I get this expansive list with all of these different options that I can add to my website. Now, I would like to show the tagline of the Kevin Cookie Company along with a beautiful looking picture of a cookie. Here I see this one intro section that has a large image. Now remember, we can always swap out the image later on. This is simply a placeholder. Here, I can place a tagline right here with a little bit of a text, and I also have a call to action. I think this will work well, so I'll click on this option, and this has now incorporated it or integrated it into my website. Over on the left-hand side, I would also like to include maybe a map of where the Kevin Cookie Company is so customers can find it. Over on the left-hand side, again, I have all these different sections that I could choose from, and well worth looking through here to see what all the different options are. Now, for a map, it's probably under contact. So I'll click on this, and here I see all these different options. Here, you can include a contact form so customers can reach out to you. Down here, where to find us, and there's also a large map. I think this will work perfectly. I'll click on this, and this has now added this section to the website. I would also like to include some photos of cookies. We're a cookie business, and it's really the image of the cookies that really sells them. So over on the left-hand side, let me click into Gallery. And here this opens up all of these different gallery options. Now, I like this one with just the 2 photos. I think we have 2 really good looking photos of cookies that I can include on the website. So let me select this option, and this inserts it down at the very bottom. So again, we're constructing our website, or at least the initial state of the website. When I look at this, I think I'd actually rather have the gallery ahead of the map with our location. So right here, when I hover over this section, I have the option to move it up. I'll click on this up arrow, and that switches the order of these sections. As we start building out this website, don't feel like you have to have everything final right now. This is just trying to help you get an initial website down. You could always come in later and you could add more sections. You could switch the order. We'll go in and we'll modify some of the text. Again, this is just the initial state of the website. I think this all now looks good. So in the top left-hand corner, let's go back to patterns. The last item that we need to add to the home page now is a footer. Right down here, let's click on the footer category. And just like we saw with headers and sections, we have all of these different footer options. I kind of like this one right here. I'll select that, and that way I have this banded effect where I have kind of the darker color at the top, lighter, darker, lighter, and then darker at the very bottom. I think that looks good. In the bottom left-hand corner, let's now click on Select Styles. This now drops us into styles, and right here we can customize the colors and also the fonts. Although with a free account, it's somewhat limited. Right up here, we only have one option for color.